Hail the tribe of the internet. I am Mortis, and this is the extended demo of Bad Summer. Their Kickstarter launched on the 21st of July, and you can support them until the 20th of August on Kickstarter. But more about that at the end of this video. For now, let's go back to camp. Coughing and sputtering, I collapsed onto the muddy bank, water-clogged and shivering. My clothes clung to me, heavy and cold, each movement sending a wave of icy discomfort through my body. I gasped for breath, my lungs burning from the shock and exertion. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic rhythm against the sudden stillness. Oh yeah, we almost fell into the river. Yes. Oh, hi! All of you came back. How nice! How very fucking nice. What's your tattoo? Suddenly, I was surrounded by the others. Their faces swam into focus. Was that annoyance? Concern? It was hard to tell through the blur of my own panic. Candy was there, her brow furrowed. Though on her it looked more like cartoon confusion than actual worry. It kinda does. Her usual bright energy shimmered just beneath the surface, barely contained. Summer was assessing the damage to the collapsed bridge, shaking her head. Jake twirled his marker between his fingers, eyes locked on the crashing waves below. A crooked, unhinged grin tugged at his lips, like he wouldn't mind if the sea swallowed him whole. Oh my god, this guy. Andre leaned against a tree, arms crossed, expression unreadable. He looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Well, yeah, I feel you. Are you okay? What happened?
No.
You guys left me, that's what happened. You mean you left us? We reached a fork in the path, then we turned around and you were gone. We looked everywhere for you. Good thing we found you before you became fish food. I hate
to say it, but Jake's not wrong. First rule of hiking, stick to the marked trails.
I'm telling you, she has such a... I don't like her.
This bridge has been crumbling for years. Campers are strictly warned to avoid it. And staff, we should know better. Trying to cross was like begging for disaster. What were you thinking?
I stumbled over my toes, scrambling for an excuse. What could I even say? That I bolted off the trail like a fool because of a shadow? That something was after me? They would think I'd lost my mind.
Sorry. I messed up. Big time. It won't happen again.
Summer crossed her arms over her chest, unconvinced.
It better not. No more bridges, no more being chased after by bums. From now on, you're sticking with a partner.
Oh my god! But I also formed an alliance!
A partner?
I already have that!
That's right. Here at Camp Bear Ridge, we got a buddy system. Newcomers get paired up for a few days to watch each other's backs, stick together, and stay out of trouble.
But I have my buddy, my alliance mate.
Normally, it's for the 12-year-olds, but since you've got a talent for finding chaos, I'm making an exception.
Oh, well,
You've
thank you.
officially lost your solo privileges.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you on that. I winced. A partner? Seriously?
I don't need a partner. I've just had some bad luck lately and...
I'm doing this for your own good, Jenny. You will thank me later. Your assigned buddy is...
Jake.
Of course he is. Jake looked up, marker frozen mid-spin. Why? I thought we already have an alliance.
Sweet!
Ha! Seriously? Dead serious. Jake lit up, a spark danced behind his eyes, bright and unnerving. He turned fully towards me, stepping in close like this was the best news he'd heard all week, because it is. You and me, huh? I can work with that. Yeah, me too. He reached out and took my hand without hesitation, flipping it over and examining it intently, sort of like how I would imagine he would study a work of art. Your hands, they feel like artist hands, you know, like they are ready to create something beautiful. Not with paint, obviously, but with music. Well, okay, Mr. Big Brains, have you not noticed the guitar I'm carrying around? I can almost hear a melody. My breath hitched as Jake's fingers brushed mine, bold and deliberate, like he was claiming something. Yes, you, obviously. My little melody. Oh, I'm not a bunny anymore. It wasn't just confidence, it was quite kind of possession. All too public and all too personal. Yes. I withdrew my hand instinctively. He smiled again, softer this time, but still intense. My pulse fluttered. Jenny needs someone who won't let her get swallowed by a river, and Jake? I got her, I do. Cross my heart. Summer raised an eyebrow, her eyes lowering to the bunny sketched across my forearm. Yep. Try not to turn Jenny into a walking subway car. Aye, Captain. But I would prefer you stuck to drawing on paper instead of people. The last thing we need is kids doodling on each other because Counselor Jake thinks it's cute. What wrong will that do? No promises. Summer's lips curled with quiet satisfaction.
Good.
Yeah, finish your sentence! You two will make a weird but functional team. Just try not to kill each other. Before I could react, Summer grabbed Jake's wrist with one hand and mine with the other, guiding them together. Our wrists? Okay. There. Summer announced, stepping back with a satisfied nod. Jake didn't flinch. Instead, he laced his fingers through mine and gave an exaggerated theatrical bow. Oh, now we are holding handsies? Partners in crime, in fucking deed. This is going to be a disaster. This is going to be immense fun. Or a masterpiece indeed. See? Teamwork.
After some time, we reached a clearing in the trees.
The cabin! I was waiting for the cabin all this time.
The sun blazed overhead, casting golden warmth across the open land. In the center stood the main cabin of Camp Bear Ridge, rustic and sturdy, the wood-paneled exterior weathered by time. Wide fields of flat, open ground stretched endlessly beyond the massive structure. It seemed perfect for pitching tents and setting up campfire circles. I expected the buzz of preparation. Camp counselors arriving in groups, hauling gear, laughing, unpacking supplies, maybe arguing over tent spots. But there was none of that. No walkie-talkie chatter, no hurried footsteps, barely any parked cars. Just us, standing in a vast sunlit clearing that felt far too quiet for what was supposed to be counselor training. Bear Ridge was the most popular summer camp in all of New Empress. The place should be teeming with activity this time of year, shouldn't it? Jake was the first to speak up.
Whoa.
Is it always this quiet? Yeah, where is everyone?
Oh.
I don't know. This is strange. For a brief second, Summer's confident facade faltered. Her eyes scanned the clearing, narrowed and alert, like she was calculating something. Her posture stiffened, the corners of her mouth twitching downward. Uncertainty flickered across her face like a shadow, swift but noticeable. That brief crack in her armor said more than words ever could. I do not care. Then, just as quickly, she straightened her shoulders and smoothed the tension from her face. Maybe everyone is running late. Let's check in with Ian. Summer led our advance to the main cabin. Candy tapped my shoulder. Where is Andre? I shrugged, my gaze sweeping over the campgrounds. There was no sign of him anywhere. We stopped at the front door of the cabin. Summer reached for the knob and pulled. It didn't budge. So it's okay if we lose Andre, but it's not okay if we lose me? Huh? She tried again, twisting harder, then rattling it, still locked. That's not right. Ian's always here early to greet everyone. He practically lives in this place. She backpedaled and scanned the front of the cabin. That's when I noticed it. Wait, there is something on the door. I stepped closer and peeled a wine-ruffled piece of paper from where it hung crookedly on the cabin door frame. The ink had bled slightly, like it had been written in a hurry. Candy peered over my shoulder at the letter. That's from Mr. Matthews. I know his handwriting. It's like a chicken scratch. Give me that. She snatched the letter from my hand and read it out loud.
Hey, Bear Ridge superstars. Got a family emergency that needs handling, but I'll be back before the kids arrive. Please use your tents for shelter instead of the cabins for now. Long story, plumbing issue. There's a cooler with food and drinks locked in the back shed. Keys are with Norman. Stick to the itinerary and I'll see you soon. Behave yourselves, Mr. Matthews.
Huh? Who is Norman? Exactly my question. Oh my god, hi! Looking for me? I yelled, spinning so fast I nearly tripped over my own feet. Candy shrieked, hiding behind me, clinging to my shoulder for protection. Even Summer flinched. I locked eyes with a lanky redhead wearing a thick-rimmed glasses, his pale face splashed with freckles. Judging by the Camp Bear Ridge uniform and keys jangling on his waist, this must be the guy Mr. Matthews mentioned in his letter, Norman. Christ, Norman, you scared us. What did I tell you about sneaking up on folks? I wasn't sneaking around. I've been here all morning. It's you guys who showed up late. Summer raised her palms, silencing him.
Whatever.
Ian said you have the keys to the shed? Yeah. His trembling fingers fumbled with the shed key before he shoved it into Summer's outstretched hand. He couldn't meet her gaze, his eyes darting around as if searching for an escape. Even as a newcomer, it didn't take long to see Norman was a total pushover. I almost felt sorry for him. Norman's gaze flickered to me, Jake and Candy. You guys must be the new counselor.
Welcome to Camp Bear Ridge. Yay!
Sorry. I wish Mr. Matthews was here to greet you guys, but you read the note, right? Norman sighed deeply, his brown eyes dark, troubled. He was acting weird before he left, like something was really wrong.
I'm really worried about Mr. Matthews.
Why is that? Where does he live? Shall we check on him? Jake, Candy, and I exchanged wary glances. Summer flipped her hair over her shoulder, a smug grin plastered on her face. Obsessed much? Norman's cheeks flushed a vivid red. Obsessed? No, just worried. Ian is fine. You're overreacting like usual. He'll be back before we know it and everything will be smooth sailing once again. We will do our jobs, take care of the kids, and get paid, just like every summer. So take a breath, Norman, do your little job and try not to spiral, okay? He nodded obediently.
Sorry.
Okay, Summer. That sounds fine and dandy, but where is everyone? Shouldn't more counselors be here for training? Norman hesitated, then glanced towards the narrow hiking trail snaking through the dense forest, dappled with golden sunlight and lined with ferns. Some of the others are arriving late. Ian told me to expect a second group this afternoon. I'll go wait for them. Someone has to make sure they don't wander off into the woods like Jenny here did. Norman perked up immediately, shaking his head a little too fast. No, I've got it. I will go. You've got enough on your plate, Summer. It's the least I can do. Summer raised an eyebrow. You sure? I don't mind. Positive, I insist. He gave her a hopeful smile, the kind that screamed pick-me energy without saying a word. I will let them know where to go, give them the grand tour. You should rest. You deserve it, Summer. You just want to get away from her. No one fought him on it. Summer shrugged and waved him off, already losing interest.
Whatever.
Suit yourself. Without another word, Norman turned and started down the trail, shoulders hunched like he was bracing for something. I watched him disappear around the bend, a weird unease settling in my stomach. I didn't know the guy, but the way he walked off alone like that, it felt wrong. Summer clapped her hands twice, sharp and authoritative. That's why I hate her.
All right, listen up. The sun is going down soon, and unless you want to spend the night being feasted on by mosquitoes, I suggest you pick a spot and start setting up your tents.
She stepped forward, eyes scanning the tree-ringed clearing with a natural authority, like the forest itself had elected her in charge.
Try to spread out a bit. Plenty of space. No need to be on top of each other. And keep your gear close. I don't want to hear anyone crying about their stuff getting soaked in dew or getting dragged off by some curious critter.
No one argued. We scattered, quietly sizing up the open land around us. The forest was still, the shadows growing longer. I had to get this tent set up fast. I chose a flat patch of ground a little ways from the others, where the grass had been pressed down by time or traffic, I couldn't tell. This is right at the end of the trail. Do you think it's a good idea? It looked good enough. Unzipping the tent bag felt like a puzzle in itself. Oh yeah, oh my god, putting up a tent, this is a nightmare. Sorry. I practiced once in my backyard, but now that the pressure was on, I nearly forgot the entire process. I glanced around. Candy was already halfway through setting hers up with a smug little smirk. Jake hadn't even started yet, and Andre looked like he was about to build a cabin out of spite. So Andre just turned up. I turned back to my mess. The tent fabric flopped like a dead fish, and one of the poles was trying to stab me in the shin. Yes, they do that. I took a deep breath, crouched down, and tried again. Slower this time. Stake by stake, pole by pole, one weird little clip at a time. Yes. Oh my god, do I have to... Have I done it? Have I not? What? Oh! Build 10. Sure. Okay, alright, minigame time. Fun fact, getting killed by wildlife is one of the rarest ways to die while camping in National Park. You're more likely to trip, drown, or get lost than be eaten by something, I guess, be attacked by something, I don't know. But that's fine, thank you, that was a fun fact. Eventually it stood, sort of. Well, it looks like a tent. The tent leaned a little to the left and sagged in the middle like it was tired just being alive, but it was up, technically. You know, it holds one night. Or not, if it collapses on you, I mean you're still inside. Should I spruce this place up a bit or keep it natural? Oh my fucking god, pink and pretty, green and earthy, or original and ours. No fucking way it's gonna be pink and pretty. It would be purple and pretty if we could, but pink is going to do. Need some extra sparkle in your life? This girly tent overflows with soft pink hues, twinkling fairy lights, and charming scents, perfect for a magical escape. I fucking love it. Yep, pink and pretty. Look at the butterflies. Look at the photos hanged up, the lights. I absolutely love it. Just the flair this place needed indeed. I made up my bed and fluffed up my spare hoodie into a makeshift pillow. The fairy lights cast a soft glow overhead, making the nylon walls shimmer like moonlight on a quiet lake. I laid back on my bed, legs crossed at the ankles, the smell of grass, fabric, and distant campfire smoke settling around me. There is already a campfire. For the first time all day, I felt good. Not perfect, but good. I pulled out my songbook, its corners bent and covers scribbled on, and flipped to a blank page. My pen hovered, then landed. The words arrived slowly, careful and unsure, as if they weren't quite ready to be seen. I used to tremble at the break of dawn. Shadows danced until the courage was gone. Okay, we are writing a song. I tapped the page, mouth pursed, hummed a little melody, scribbled a G chord. The tent may have been crooked, but in that moment it felt like my own tiny studio. I could hear the guitar in my head already, low and steady, humming under the lyrics. Outside, the evening wind rustled through the trees. Inside, I kept writing. Then came the footsteps. Soft at first, crunching lightly through the grass outside. I froze, pen hovering above the page. Someone was close. Oh no! A shadow moved across the thin nylon wall. Before I could call out, the flap opened. It's already open! And Jake spilled inside without asking. Hi! I would tell you to knock, but it's a tent, so would you mind, shouting or something? No knock, no hello, just Jake. Tousled hair and a mischievous smile, smelling like cedar, marker ink, and trouble. What does trouble smell like? There was a rolled up sleeping bag tucked under his arm. Are you going to sleep here, my boy? Are you? That's why you haven't even started your tent. I know you, cheeky boy. Yo! He didn't even look at me right away. He just plopped his sleeping bag down next to my bed like he lived here. Like it was a completely normal thing to do. Also, another fun fact. I kind of start to realize why I like Jake so much. Another fun fact about my life. Okay, this is not a normal thing and I do not encourage it at all. But I left my home, well, my parents' home really, when I was about 14, but I didn't really had a place to go. So at that time I had my previous boyfriend, so I crashed at his place for a while, but then we broke up, and then I would just, always hang out at one of my friends, whoever would take me in. And if no one would take me in, then I would just go to my high school and crash in the basement. And after I met my current boyfriend, I mentioned that I gave him the name Princess in the previous episode, so let's just call him Princess for the sake of it. So after I met Princess, I literally did the same thing. Like, we went to party together, to some concerts, to do things, and then I would, just go home with him, and then just wouldn't leave. I would just, plop on the bed and stay at the time staying here, just I'm here now and you have to deal with it, and that's that. And after a while, even if we haven't went out together anywhere, I would just go over to his place in the afternoon, like after school or something, just knock on the window and announce that I have arrived and he has to let me in. There are no other options. I am here and I live here now. If you ever question the fact if I'm really a cat or not, yes I am. And I adopted him. That's what happened. Oh, what are you doing? Jake stretched out arms behind his head like this was a sleepover. His bare arm brushed mine. Warm. My tent is boring. You literally set up your tent. You did set up your tent, but that was boring. Yours is colorful, bright. It has soul. I'm upgrading. I'm upgrading. Dude, you are more than welcome. And thank you for the compliment. I like it as well. Thank you. You are free to upgrade into my home. He said it so casually, like crashing my tent was just part of the itinerary. Oh my god, I feel Jake on a on a very deep level, like I think we share the same soul. I stared at him, my pulse racing. He finally looked over at me. One brow raised. What, aren't you lonely in here by yourself? Absolutely. I wasn't, not until he said it. Jake lay beside me, arm rolled behind his head like a makeshift pillow. I can give you, I don't know, something as a pillow. You want to take my bag? He was making himself comfortable in my tent, inviting himself in without considering my feelings. My feelings says that he is welcome here. We'd only met this morning and already he acted like we'd known each other for years. That is fine. It was like social rules just didn't apply to me. Oh my god, why is this so relatable? There was something offbeat about him. Oh, it's strange, not like normal people. Yes, I get it a lot that I'm fucking weird. And for reasons I couldn't explain that only made me want to understand him more. I'm not getting that part like ever. We are always stuck on the you are weird. But the logical side of me was screaming to get out now while I still had the chance. It warned me that Jake wasn't just strange. Well, whatever. You have to die from something. Or someone. He was unpredictable. Well, what if he is? My gaze flicked to the pocket knife poking out of his jeans, just visible enough to make me wonder. Not threatening, but a reminder. He will not hurt you. Of what? I wasn't sure. Also, another tiny fun fact. My boyfriend also has a gigantic knife, like this hunter knife style of thing, and he never brought it with himself to anywhere. But I have a tiny little pocket knife, which I always brought myself to everywhere during high school. It was always with me, and it has various uses. You know, I wasn't trying to kill anyone with it. It was partly for self-defense, but I never really needed it. But I used it for mostly was fixing doors, screwing in screws, cutting thing, obviously. It was a multi-tool, you know. So I have this tiny little pocket knife. And since we moved in together, we have this little, well, it was meant, I don't know how to call it. It's a little metal structure that was meant for placing candles in it. But instead placing candles in it, we just put the two knives in it facing each other, like in cross shape, kind of. And yeah, that's it. That was the story. And I think it's very cute and romantic, okay? Do not fear pocket knives. They are fine. Still, I remained rooted in place, caught in the gravitational pull of his strange little orbit. I closed my songbook, plagued with conflicted thoughts. Jake needed to learn to respect my boundaries, but I didn't want to ruin this fragile, weird, magnetic little thing we were building. I didn't understand it yet, but I wasn't ready to let it go. I took a breath and exhaled deeply. I had two choices: ask him to leave or confront him about his behavior lately. I don't want to push him away, I want to confront him. By the way, what do you mean confront him of his behavior lately? You know each other for what, 3 hours? What do you mean lately? This is his behavior. As a fact, there is no questions about, oh, you are being very strange lately. There is no lately, it is here and now. I drew in a breath, steadied my voice, and forced myself not to get lost in those pretty blue eyes, as it was so hard. When I spoke, it came out steadier than I expected, clear, direct, and without apology. Jake, I think you should go. What? No, I don't want him to go. That made him freeze. His expression fell, replaced by something quieter, like confusion trying to disguise itself as indifference. Oh, yeah, right. He sat up slowly, brushing imaginary dirt off his jeans. Oh, the poor baby! You can't do that to him! For once, he wasn't performing. He looked stripped of his usual act. No smirk, no witty deflection, just a boy suddenly unsure of his place in the room. Yeah, and you are not his mother. You shouldn't tell him, oh, get out, go to your room. Like what? He can stay, we like him, it's fine. You can ask him to bring the pocket knife back to his own tent if you are so afraid of it. What else are you afraid of? Ask him to give the knife to you, and then he can stay. So if he starts to pull anything at night, you have the knife so you can protect yourself. Also, you are surrounded by how many? 3 other people. So the only thing you have to do is scream if anything happens. They are going to wake up. And the ultimate self-defense against anyone with balls is kicking them right in them. In the balls, I mean. So, you have many options here. You don't have to be so rude. I'm making you uncomfortable, aren't I? I didn't mean to. It's not that I think I can just barge into people's personal space. Boundaries, warnings, feelings, I see them, but it's like they don't stick. Like my brain skips that part and barrels forward anyway. I act first, feel second, think third if at all. Honestly? Oh, I can relate. I mean, I've got way better since my Okay, we are back. For some reason we lost the microphone for a tiny bit. I don't know how long was it, but I solved it, sorry. So what I know it surely wasn't picking up is that I said when I was a teenager, I always did the acting and feeling parts at the same time, but thinking always came later, if ever. But I became way better since. Everything happens fast in my head and I don't always realize how it lands until it's already done. Yeah, I can relate. His eyes flicked toward mine, then away again.
I've always been like this, impulsive. Too much. I walk into rooms I'm not invited to because I think maybe someone wants me there. Then I realize I read it wrong. Too late.
Oh, it's fine, baby. It's fine. You are just socially very awkward, but I can relate.
I don't
He
feel
hesitated.
things like normal people do. Not always when I should. Sometimes it's like there's this fog, and by the time it clears, I've already screwed something up.
It's fine. You are aware of the problem, so we can work on it, Accepting and acknowledging the problem is the first step, and you are there. You are already far more ahead than most people. He stood on his knees, hands on his sleeping bag. I will go, I get it. There was no bitterness in his voice, just resignation and maybe a little disappointment. Suddenly, I took a page from Jake's book. Jake's book? What book? My hand moved before my thoughts could catch up. I reached for his hand, wrapped my fingers around his. Why? He stilled. Oh, you meant, okay. His eyes met mine, wide and startled, like he wasn't used to someone choosing him. Oh, the poor baby. Oh, the poor little baby. Stay! As you should. As you should. As you should have said in the first place. As you should. And just like that, he did. Something shifted in his stormy blue eyes, like a crack deep beneath the surface was finally giving way. One fracture and everything he buried came rushing up in a flood too strong to stop. Look, I know I'm a lot. Too much. I've been told that my whole life. But the second I met you, yes. He paused, searching for the words. It felt like someone finally tuned into the same weird station I've been broadcasting. Oh, nice one. Like I could be myself. Messy, impulsive, a little crazy. Babe, you can call me babe now. We are at that point. You can You make me feel safe. I don't have to hide or filter or shrink down just to be tolerated. Indeed, you are free to be as weird as you are. He shook his head, laughing awkwardly without humor. That probably sounds intense. I know it's fast. I know I'm fast, but I'm here because of you. Well, in my tent, because yes, I hoped that you are here because of me. You are the reason I walked into this tent, not the pretty lights, the decor, or the art. Not because I feel lonely, just you. Oh well, thank you, pretty baby. His voice dropped, almost a whisper. Being around you makes the world feel quieter, like maybe I'm not so broken after all. Oh babe, you're not. You're perfect. You're a perfect little, well, mess. Just a a bowl of mess, but that's fine. My chest ached, caught between the surprise of his confession and the raw honesty behind it. Oh my god, the heartsies! Oh, you maybe couldn't see the heartsies. There were heartsies over here next to her head. I felt like the air had been knocked from my lungs, like his words had reached the part of me I didn't know existed. No one had ever said anything like that to me before. Not with that kind of clarity, not with that kind of vulnerability. And not so fast, I bet. I felt exposed and comforted all at once. Wanted in a way that went deeper than just being liked. And terrifying as that was, it was also kind of beautiful. A voice sliced through the quiet, yanking us back to reality. Attention, campers! I have refreshments here. Drinks for everyone. Jake blinked and looked toward the flap. Sherry Kool-Aid, people, and yes, there is ice. Plenty of ice to go around. I hate Sherry Coke, and I don't know what Kool-Aid is, but if it's sherry, I hate it. We both turned toward the faint glow outside. The camp had grown dark, shadows stretching long and deep between the trees. But there Summer was, standing next to a weathered picnic table, her silhouette outlined in moonlight. A big plastic pitcher of Kool-Aid glistened with condensation beside her, red as rubies and twice as tempting. Jake's eyes brightened. That actually sounds amazing. I hadn't realized how parched I was until now. My throat was dry, lips chapped, refreshment was exactly what I needed. Jake looked back at me, the edge of a smile returning to his face. You wanna go? Sure! I hesitated, then nodded. Maybe the night wasn't done unraveling just yet. Oh my god, but it's not... Hey! It's not pink! It's supposed to be pink! Excuse me, why is my tent not pink? We both slipped out into the night. The air outside was crisp, carrying the scent of pine and earth. Crickets chirped in the underbrush as we made our way over to Summer's table. She raised a brow as we approached, pouring the Kool-Aid into red plastic cups. Look who finally emerged from their cozy little love nest. Must have been some deep emotional unpacking in there. And how the fuck is that your concern, bitch? My face burned so hot it felt like I could light the whole forest on fire. The way Summer said it loud and smug and way too knowing, it made my stomach flip. I didn't even know what Jake and I were, but now it felt like we had a label stamped across our foreheads. People were watching, noticing, whispering probably, and please do tell me who the fuck cares. That flutter in my chest twisted tighter.
Thank you.
Summer handed me a red cup filled to the brim, and I muttered a quick thanks, trying to keep my hands from shaking as I took it. Jake reached for one, but Summer tilted the pitcher just out of reach. Huh? Oops, looks like we're all out. The fuck? She said it with a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. The pitcher was still half full. Jake quirked a brow. What do you mean? It's right there. No, it's not. There is none left. Scout's honor. Jake bristled, his shoulders squared and the amusement drained from his face. He glanced from her expression to the half-full pitcher, then back again, eyes darkening with restrained irritation.
Lame.
Seriously? I shifted on my feet, the air around us thick with discomfort. I could practically hear the unspoken challenge between them. Feel it ripple through the space like static. I mean, we can share mine. It is really not an issue. Summer looked completely unfazed, a small teasing smirk on her face. Sorry, better luck next time. I so hate her, but I'm thirsty.
Whatever.
Drink water. She gave her hair a casual toss, seized the pitcher with exaggerated flair, and sauntered off. Jake exhaled hard through his nose, shoulders sagging in defeat. I mean, we can share, it's not an issue. He turned to face me. I got the feeling she doesn't like me. Just a hunch, I could be wrong. I watched Summer hand out drinks to Candy and Andre without hesitation, shamelessly excluding Jake. My stomach hardened. She definitely doesn't like you. I looked down at my empty cup. Empty. How did you drink it so fast? Like Summer just handed it to you and then immediately denied Jake. So why did you drink all of it? Can you please explain? A pang of guilt hitting me. Exactly. The minute you heard that she's not willing to give any to Jake, you should have just, you should, okay, you could have drank from it, okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't have touched it, but you should have left half of it for Jake. The fuck? What is wrong with you? I drained it before I even realized. Sweet, cold, gone in seconds, and never once thought to offer Jake a sip. Not even like this. Exactly. You are a terrible person and you have to apologize right now. Still, I hadn't expected Summer to actually go that far. Giving everyone else a drink except Jake felt petty, like middle school cafeteria levels of cruel. Jake's gaze dropped to my lips. His blue eyes smoldered. He stepped closer, his presence suddenly overwhelming, every inch of him tense with restraint. Okay. The air between us shifted from casual to intimate in an instant. I felt it in my chest, in my fingertips, in the way my breath hitched. Whatever this was between us, it was no longer harmless, and it was developing fast. What do you mean harmless? I fought the urge to pull away, to run and hide. What is happening? What? I can't keep up with you guys. I have an idea. I think this is a very bad idea. May I? No. I think the answer is no, and I think I know what you are about to do. But I just allowed you to call me babe. That doesn't mean that, you can't go any further than that. We know each other for 3 hours. We are going to spend 2 weeks together. Don't you want to know me a bit better? Because I would like to know you a tiny bit better. Please say yes. Oh my fucking god. I nodded, unable to find my voice. Really now. You just wanted to kick him out of your tent like 5 minutes ago? And now you are like, oh yes, come, lick my lips so you may have a taste of whatever it was. Like the fuck? What? Lady, would you mind making up your mind? No, I need to hear you say it, please. No. Oh, no, not little Melody. You know what? The fuck? I don't care. A dark curiosity took the forefront of my mind. I had no clue why he was asking for consent. Lady! You just wanted to kick him out because he just barged into your tent, and when you told you don't want him there, he was ready to go. And previously on the bus, he offered you an alliance, which you had to agree. And now he clearly wants to kiss you. Also, he stated it on the bus that he will only claim the parts of your body that you allow him to. And now you wonder, oh, why is he asking for your consent? I don't know, because he's not... Oh my god, what? He's not a fucking monster. He is not such a, I don't know, wild teenager. Like, he's a nice guy. Deep down. Buried very deep down, but he's a nice guy. Why is he asking for your consent? You should ask the opposite, you know? You should be shook by someone not asking your consent. Why? What was he about to do? The question, what do you mean, what was he about to do? Oh my god, you are so dense, you are so stupid, you are just, what? Oh my god, I can't. The question stumbled through my mind, tangled in the tension between us. There is no question, you just... Excuse me, you are blaming him for not being able to read the room, but you are not fucking able to read only one person. What the fuck? Whatever he was thinking, I needed to see it through. I needed to know. Girl, you're going to kill me. Yes! He leaned in, his tongue darted out and licked my mouth. Oh, fucking obviously! That was so obvious! It was so obvious he wanted to do that! It was a light, wet brush, but just enough to taste the remnants of cherry on my lips, obviously. He lingered close for a second longer, I still locked on mine. A low sound escaped out in his throat.
You taste like diabetes.
Thank you, that is also an excellent pickup line, thank you, oh my god. The only thing that's driving me crazy is that how fucking clueless Jenny is. Like, clearly she was raised in a basement. With no connection to the outside world. I blinked, caught in a dangerous web of desire. Oh my fucking god. And with no access to the internet either, it seems. I could barely hear anything past the blood racing in my ears.
What did you say?
Jake didn't answer. He took a step forward, gently pressing me back until my shoulders met the rough bark of a pine tree. I wonder, do you know that you are still out there, you know, surrounded by the other stands? They may be still drinking their drinks, you know, some were just standing around, and you were just flustered like 5 minutes ago about how Summer called you a couple, and now you are doing this publicly. Like, come on, Jenny, grow some brain cells, please. His hands rested on either side of me, not touching but close. Aww. Close enough to feel the warmth radiating from his skin. His gaze searched mine, not for permission this time, but for connection. Oh, the baby! For something real. Aww. You're right. Yeah, yes?
Your eyes are so goddamn beautiful. And the pigment is so goddamn rich, like umber. No. Sepia.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. My microphone cut out again. I'm very angry about it. I do not know how to fix it yet, and I'm about to go crazy. I don't know where it cut out, so I'm sorry again. But to be back. Sudden, bright, undeniable. A fire I didn't know I had, roaring to life just for him. Then, slowly, deliberately, he leaned in and kissed me. Oh, this is not voiced. You are perfect. I refuse to believe you because we only met 5 hours ago, but thank you. There was nothing timid about it. His lips claimed mine with an urgency that sent my pulse skipping like a stone across water. Also, there you go. Take a look. The pretties, the cuties. The taste of sherry lingered between us, sweet and bold. The world around me blurred. All that remained was the pressure of his mouth, the warmth of his breath, and the unspoken passion between us. And someone's death! And then a scream tore through the woods. Sharp, shrill, and unmistakably human. We both froze. It wasn't far. It sounded like Norman. Day 2, Oliver's apartment. Okay. Almost noon. Oh no, it was PM. It's midnight almost.
New Empress City was a chaotic symphony of noise outside my window. It was nearly midnight, yet the sirens continued to wail, emergency vehicles rushing through the streets endlessly. Flickers of neon lashed at the windows. My ceiling was a mess of shifting light, red and gold flickering in the corners of my blurred vision. The city was being swallowed whole by crime, and I could do nothing but lay here in bed and seethe and cope and piss and shit. My shirt half unbuttoned and tie hanging loosely around my neck. I cradled my glass of scotch to my chest. It was warm from neglect, the ice slowly withering away.
Almost, but I don't see the tie.
My gaze occasionally drifted to the open files on my desk. Pages fanned out haphazardly, as if they were waiting for me to admit my failure. The Bear Ridge Ripper case. It was a puzzle with too many missing pieces. Betrayal was going cold. I should be going over them, playing the tapes again and again, reading the witness statements until something finally gives. But I do not move. I raised my drink to my lips. It stung as it went down. I wished it burned hotter. I wished the alcohol scorched a fire so potent in my soul that it gave me the purpose, the incorruptible zeal, to carry on.
I mean, wasn't making out with the demon girl enough of a push?
It never did. I often wondered if it was worth indulging in such a poison. Perhaps it was better to stew in my inadequacy and let the wound fester, to feel the brunt of my suffering until the ache dulled naturally. Surely that was a possibility, wasn't it?
Oliver.
Oh, look at her!
At the edge of my consciousness. Her voice a longing whisper, curling into my ear, soft as smoke, and just as suffocating. The haunting symphony dragged across my thoughts, like fingernails on old wood. Her foreboding presence had followed me outside the office, into my home. I didn't fight it.
Why would we?
I let her settle into the hollow between my ribs. It was insanity, really. The way I didn't take off running and screaming whenever she called out to me. The glass in my hand tilted slightly, liquid amber swaying. I brought the drink to my lips again. The scotch burned, but not enough to drown her out. Not enough to wash away the blackness the ISWA had stained on my heart.
Well, they didn't exactly force you to make out with the demon lady, but sure. Knock at the door. 3 short taps. I kept still. More knocking. I considered ignoring it, letting it go. Whoever it was would get the hint. No one should be knocking at this hour. Not unless they wanted something. Blood, answers, or worse. Both. I set the glass down on the nightstand, the sound of it meeting wood far too loud in the quiet. Oh, hi!
Rookie.
Why, how did you come in here? I didn't let you in! The mere sight of his ridiculous arrogant smile at this hour drew a curse from my lips.
Bloody hell.
What was this fool doing here? I had enough problems already. I wasn't in the mood to add the cleaner to the list. I brought drinks. I have plenty. Let inside, sure. I already have drinks. Great, now you have more. I mean, sure, you can never have enough. He invited himself inside, stepping past my rigid form. Intrigued and exasperated, I allowed him to stay. For now. Wait, how small is this apartment? Like, this is the kitchen, this is the living room, and this is the bedroom, quote-unquote bedroom, like, it... Is this... And this is also belongs to the kitchen. These are all the alcohols and my files. The fuck? How small is this? Cat! 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 You're not allergic to cats, right? No. I guess that Tofu scampering in behind the cleaner. So that explained how the furry friend ended up in my office. Tofu was the cleaner's cat. Nope. She is my cat. Sorry to disturb your sleep or private drinking session or whatever it is you do at this hour, but I have news. The bossman, the old bald guy with a bad habit of popping up when you least expect it like a jump scare, the priest guy, thinks we make a good team. Well, fuck him. I've been assigned as your partner, permanently. Well, until one of us dies horribly, I mean. Only from one day? You're good at your job, I'm good at my job. It's a perfect match. His annoyingly perfect smile managed to chip away at my defenses, slightly. A perfect match? I doubt it. Not sure if you noticed or not, but the abnormal problem? It's getting worse by the day. They are multiplying. For everyone we eliminate, countless others seem to emerge. The boss is getting desperate. He thinks if we work together, if I show you the ropes, humanity might have a chance. It's not every day we get a detective of your caliber joining our ranks. I believe in us, Ollie. Seriously, don't give me nicknames. His uncomfortable comment didn't faze me. I simply moved past him toward my evidence board. Oh, which is over there, by the bed. The old man. You can see him too? Of course I see him. He's our boss. Also, wanna tell me why you have his handsome mug pinned on the murder board? Because I want to murder him.
What?
I pivoted, staring at him incredulously. Because he has the ability to traverse time and space, perhaps? The old geezer jumped out of an instructional CD from the 1960s. Somehow he was at my desk. He was speaking to me, engaging with me, with us. Either we are both out of our bloody minds or...
Yeah, no.
We aren't crazy. Yeah, no. He said it with such firm conviction that I almost believed him. Listen, rookie, life with the Ishwa tears you. I don't know how or why, but once you're in this line of work, you start seeing things normal people can't. Once you're exposed to abnormals, there is no going back. I sighed heavily. Of course I'd work a job that drives me insane, just my luck.
Oh, cupcakes?
What do you mean, cupcakes? Without asking, he swept up one of my red velvet cupcakes from the coffee table. Do I have cupcakes behind you? And devoured it all in one bite like a rabid animal. No, that's not how you eat a cupcake.
Unholy hell. That's one good-ass cupcake. Did you make this?
I don't know, did I? Yes, I bake in my free time, not that it's any of our business. Also, you're a wifey material.
It's my business now, rookie. We're partners. I gotta know every last thing about you from the mundane to your deepest, darkest fears.
Yeah, why is that?
Like your favorite socks, for example. Or the existential dread of being the last person left in a desolate, post-apocalyptic void of nothingness.
Uh-huh. Oops, sorry, I was self-projecting a bit there, but you get the point. He licked the cupcake liner shamelessly, eating every last crumb, as you should. I shook my head, eyeing the glistening sword strapped to his back, deadly sharp, the edge stained with blood. His muscled arms bore the marks of a warrior, faded scars hinting at a history of conflict and resilience. Where are the scars, man? Where are the scars? I mean, I see your face. There was a delicate balance in him, poised between sophistication, madness, and barbarity. I didn't know what to make of this cleaner. I wasn't particularly a fan of his company, but I didn't have the willpower to kick him out. Yet. Besides, I had questions. He quite possibly had answers.
Oliver.
Not now, honey. Her voice tickled at my consciousness, relentless, persistent. I popped open a cheap beer, more alcohol to take the edge off. The cleaner collapsed onto the couch as if he owned the place, kicking his feet up on the table. I nudged his ankle, pushing his feet off my furniture. He made a face at me. I rolled my eyes, then joined him on the couch.
I assume you have a name?
Kai Goldenapple.
What? Who named you Golden Apple? You can't tell me that is your real name. No one is named Golden Apple.
Kai.
I stared at him blankly. Golden Apple, how ridiculous indeed. I thought about pressing him for more, but my thoughts kept drifting back to her. She was unlike anything I've ever encountered before. She left a mark on me I'd never forget. Yes. I called her the Peeker. Because she haven't introduced herself, can't you ask her name? Then there was Kai, unforgettable as well. Who is it that refuses to fade from my thoughts? Questioning, ask about Peeker. This choice will impact the story. Suspicious, ask about Kai. Who is it that refuses to fade from my thoughts? Okay, so we are choosing a path here of who we romance. Yes? So we are saving here. Obviously. And ask about Peeker. The abnormal that infiltrated our facility today. You mean Ebony Red-Eye? You see, she has a name!
What?
Yeah, the shadowy thing with the one eye and all the... He gestures at his face as if there were hair in his eyes. You know what I mean. Anyway, it's always hanging out at the station, just watching people. Creeping around corners, you know, the whole ghost thing. I wouldn't call it infiltration at this point.
Ebony Red-Eye practically lives there. I thought about killing it once or twice, but what would the ISWA be without its favorite abnormal mascot?
A mascot? Well, she's my personal mascot now. What about it?
Sure, it's brutally murdered some of the staff occasionally. I say it's a good thing. Helps weed out the weak links.
Sure.
Bloody hell.
That's awfully morbid. I think Peeker seems a more fitting name than Ebony Red-Eye. No, that's such a lame name. Ebony is way better. That's rude. There are probably at least 3 people with that name. Somewhere. I highly doubt that. You doubt everything. I'm surprised you believe in gravity. Kay stood, setting his drink aside. Hey, mind if I use your bathroom? I never got a chance to finish, you know, since the Clockfather interrupted my sacred time on the throne. You've been carrying that luggage around with you the whole day? My eyebrow arched. He must have been holding it for a while. Indeed. I stepped aside, taking the opportunity to poke and probe at him for amusement. You may use the shitter, yes. Hopefully you don't have another reunion with the Clockfather while you're at it. Kai visibly cringed. By all means, let's jinx it. What's a few more decades of therapy between friends? Friends? Figure of speech? Ah, well, luckily for you, the issue was health insurance benefits should cover that expense. The toilet is down the hall to the right. Over there? See, you are useful. My intestines thank you. Oh, I bet that. He moved past me, disappearing down the corridor. There are cupcakes! There are! I cracked open a new bottle of alcohol, a brand I never quite indulged in before. Okay, but what about the cupcakes? And the cat. Pet the cat.
Oliver.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi, what up? I jumped and spun around in my seat, shocked to find the peaker hovering over the couch. She floated with unnatural grace. Ghastly shadows shifted in tantalizing swirls around her shapely body. Every time she abruptly appeared in her typical abnormal fashion, I found myself spellbound, breathless, and absolutely captivated. Why was she here? What did she want with me? I recovered quickly. The frightening realization that she was here only a short distance away from a fully armed and very dangerous cleaner, a pang of caution erupted in my chest. I mean, he wouldn't hurt her, he just said that, right? The situation could take a deadly turn in an instant. Nah. What? No! If I called Kaya, I could finally be free of being watched. I could have my sanity back, no more longing whispers in my head, threatening to drive me insane. No, why would you? She is darling dearest, why would you? Or I could protect her, help her, understand her. Indeed, that's what we should do. That's what we should do. No, protect. I rose, standing between her and the corridor, shielding her otherworldly appendages from sight. My jaw tightening, I snapped at her. You can't be here! I figured my harshness would scare her away. Instead, she recoiled a step back, her crimson eyes filled with gentle curiosity. It still amazed me how docile she seemed to be, especially for an abnormal. She meant me no harm, and I couldn't quite wrap my head around it. The bathroom door opened, Kai emerged from the hall. I cut him off before he reached the living room and discovered... What? And discovered her presence,
Kai.
yes. I had to find a way to get rid of him. Oh, well, would you look at the time? It's, tea time, bedtime. Tea time, questioning, tea time, suspicious, bedtime. I do not understand what these mean. I want to get rid of him, so I should say bedtime. But questioning, tea time, suspicious. I am suspicious? I don't want to be suspicious, questioning. It's tea time. Tea time? He glanced at his watch unconvinced. At this time of night? Yes, at this time of night, and it's a very important tradition of mine. A private tradition, mind you. I ushered him to the door, practically holding him away by the arm. Wait, we didn't finish our drinks. There is always tomorrow. Goodbye, Mr. Golden Apple, and do not return anytime soon. Thank you. Before he got another word in, I gave him a small push outside and slammed the door, turning every single lock I could find, including the deadbolt, just to be safe. As soon as him and Tofu... Oh, not the pretty baby! Vanished from the peephole's view, a wave of pure tranquility swept through me. Thank goodness, my abnormal friend was safe for now. You may call her friend, but I did see what you two did at the office, and you do not do that to your friends, you know. So, let's just call her as she is. Our lover, you know, because that was not a friendly introduction there. A tender kiss touched the nape of my neck, accompanied by the gentle warmth of a whisper.
I missed you.
I thought you were here all along. Awareness filled my every pore. I turned, my hand came to rest at her waist. The intimacy felt as natural as my next breath.
I missed you too.
Okay. Yes! Look at her face! How she's blushing! So cute! It felt odd to be so vulnerable, to admit such a thing. However, she had a way of bringing out a side of me I never knew existed. For the time being, the Bay Ridge Ripper case did not matter. Perhaps it was selfish, foolish even, but I relished the exquisite feel of her touch and the simple comfort of her company. Even if she was, well, an abnormal, so what about it? Interspecies relationships are okay. The very thing that isn't it messed up? Isn't it should be Ishva and not train me to despise. Yeah. I could practically envision Kai's dismay if he ever learned I was conspiring with the enemy. But he said he specifically liked her. My gaze drifted to her blushing face, admiring the beautiful hue of pink staining her cheeks.
Like you.
Okay, right now, more than ever, she looked unmistakably human. If it weren't for the clothes and the simple fact that she could kill me in a heartbeat, of course. I considered kissing her fiercely and taking her to bed, but I had questions. Questions pleasure alone could not answer. Oh my fucking god, sure. My free hand raised to stroke the delicate skin of her jugular. Her willingness to let me explore her in that way was shocking, and the discovery that her heart pounded at all was equally incredible. Why? You were human once, weren't you? Once. Her soft fingers clasped my wrist, guiding my palm over chest. I was taken aback by the sluggish thumping of her heart, the strangely slow cadence deeply unsettling. Now there is mostly a void inside me. Aww. What happened to you? Did someone do this to you? Did someone hurt you? Yes. Oh, poor Bebe. She admitted with hesitation. I kept my hand at her waist, supporting her with touch. She had that familiar look, one I'd encountered time and again, etched onto the faces of both witnesses and victims from different investigations. She had suffered. By who? I did not know. A part of me was afraid to ask. Oh, I don't want to be intrusive. That's not a good thing. I wouldn't call it disciplined. I would call it, like respecting her boundaries. Like, I would tell her that I would like to know more about it, but only if she's comfortable sharing. And if not now, she can share it anytime because I'm here for her. And whenever she feels comfortable enough, she can share and I will listen to her, be there for her and all. I don't want to pry. I don't want to be intrusive. So we are going to let it go. I decided against prying. She struck me as a being who did not need coddling or something or someone to confide in or fight her battles. That's not at all what I meant. Respecting someone's boundaries doesn't mean that the person does not need help or someone to confide in. That only means that you are respecting her boundaries. And she will tell you when she feels comfortable telling you, and you will be there. If she wished to tell me her past, she would do so on her own terms. When she was ready. If she ever was. Yes, this thing, yes. You don't have to tell me the details. Your past is your own, I understand. But I must know whatever is responsible for changing you. Are they still out there? It is not vengeance I seek. Okay, but what? A half answer, but good enough. There was something out there changing people into monsters. But there is. It's not was, there is. Because she said it is not vengeance that she wants. But she could get it, So it's not like she cannot get revenge. She don't want it. So there is the tail sting out there.
Bloody hell.
Another mystery to solve. Her soft lips touched my jaw, a gentle attack from my toe. Now I seek companionship. I seek purpose. I seek to help others from being consumed by darkness like I have. Okay. Good. Then our purpose is aligned, isn't it?
You help.
Yeah, yes. Yes. With many things, apparently. I nodded, threading my fingers through her silky strands. I help. Although we shared a similar purpose, the threat of the Ishwa loomed over her like a shadow. The organization would do everything in its power to destroy her, but they let her roam around the facility. Which part of that did you not understand? She's the pet mascot demon. Kai just told you that. Well, the very same organization that I sworn into by oath. Okay, have you not listened to the lady on the radio who says all these announcements, you know? She said that if you encounter her, do not engage in any way. Do not look at her, do not talk to her, just ignore her and do your fucking job. If they would have wanted to kill her, they would have said, oh, everyone capable of fighting, let's go, hunt her down. Ooh. But they said, just let her be and go on with your fucking day. What do you mean? They would do everything in their power to destroy her. That is not true. They spoke of abnormals as if they were all abominations, incapable of reason, incapable of empathy. Clearly that was a lie. The evidence of that falsehood laid beside me. Have you ever, the thought ever crossed your mind that they say that because they do not have a positive experience with them? You know, that everything that they saw was them murdering people. Have you not thought of that? Now, I'm not saying that you should barge in with your girlfriend and tell them, oh, we got a very intimate introduction session and now she lives with me, therefore she's harmless and we should forgive all the other abnormals as well. But you know, yes, the organization may be evil, I hate the priest, but maybe, and just maybe, they are not communicating this to you because they are an evil company. Maybe you have to show them and teach them that there are other ways, you know? Which begs the question, what else has the Ishva been lying about? They might not have been lying. I wanted to protect her, to keep her safe from those who wish to destroy her. But in doing so, I stand to lose everything. What a mess. My phone rang again and again. I considered rejecting the call, but whoever was on the other line was bloody persistent. With a heavy sigh, I answered.
Hello?
God, Oliver, I've been ringing you all day.
I have a sister. I grimaced, my grip on the phone tightened.
Why? What's happened?
It's your daughter, Charlotte.
I do have a daughter! From the picture on my desk at work. What about... Nay! Thank you for playing. As to indie developers, every expense from software license to art assets comes directly out of our own pockets. Your support is crucial to bring the full game of Bad Summer to life. Indeed, very important information. But how can you end it like that? What about my daughter? I need more. And with that, if you feel the same way, if you are enraged about the game ending like this, the demo ending like this, and overall it only being the demo, I need the full game, then support them on Kickstarter, which, wait a second, wait a tiny second, wait, just a second, which you can see here. I put the link in the description so you can back them if you like the game, if you want to help them make it into a full game, to make their dreams become reality, and you want to help me enjoy the full game because I really need it. Now, the Kickstarter campaign lasts until the 20th of August, so make sure you don't miss it. As on every Kickstarter page, you can learn more about the story, you can learn more about the characters, all of them. Like all of them. You can learn more about the art, the voice actors, the music. You can learn more about the different tiers for the backers, even the limited ones. You can become a love interest, which is amazing. You can also get a hanging pillow, which is also amazing. There are different add-ons. And there are some stretch goals. And if you are not in the financial situation to help them by backing them, you can still help them with their community goals, which cost no money at all, only a tiny bit of your time and support. This also goes a very long way for them. As they wrote at the end of the game, they are a two-person indie developer team, so all the help is welcome. All the shares, all the likes, everything, all the feedback is helping them a lot. So if you feel like this game was for you, you would like to see the full game, if you enjoyed the game, don't hesitate to help them in any way possible. Also, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to let YouTube know about it by liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, and helping me with YouTube. But no one likes outros, so bye-bye!